Most people think running is harmless, good for your heart, a hobby, but take it far enough, you don't. Well, if you take it far enough, past the finish lines, into the wilderness, through the night, and it becomes something else entirely.
Like what?
Well, it becomes a battle between you and the cold, the altitude, the terrain, your own mind. Are you scared?
This is what's happening?
This is what's happening. Well, sometimes it becomes a matter of life and death.
Running for no reason?
Yeah. Today, we're stepping into the dark side of ultra running. The stories that don't make the headlines and some that do.
I like this one.
The runners who didn't make it home. Ooh. The injuries that leave scars you can't see. Now, this isn't about glory. It's about the cost. Cue that intro music.
Let's go.
Who says you need to fly to reach the top? Keep beating your block till your feet are hot. Get your head out the sand, join the flock. It's okay to run scared, we enjoy the lie.
Welcome back to the Ostrich Running Podcast. I'm your host,
Finally,
Nick Miraz.
a negative episode. This is going to be awesome.
This isn't going to be negative. You think it's going to be negative, but it's not going to be a negative one.
Oh.
I'm your host, Nick Miraz, and with me as always, Jared, the Juice.
Let's scare
Horton.
somebody out of ultra running.
He wants to scare somebody. I just want to show that what happens and takes place is a feat of survival. Today,
Halloween episode before Halloween.
It's Halloween in July. See, Halloween is my Christmas. So instead of Christmas in July, we're going to have Halloween in July for Nick.
Okay. And every day is scary when you're running 100 miles.
And every day is scary when you have to sit next to me.
You guys have no idea, seriously.
He's scared. He's running scared. Something like that.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about ultramarathon races, ultramarathon injuries, things that can actually happen on these extreme events.
Yeah, we always talk about the blissful side of...
Well, we talk about it. The reason for this episode is it happens so much, right? People finish these races so much that you kind of start to forget the risk that's at play.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. You guys make it look kind of easy.
Yeah. I mean, we're desensitized now in this world of social media. 100 miles, 250 miles, 3,000 miles. Oh, good job. You're out there doing it, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's a great thing. But we don't realize that this is a dangerous sport. You are pushing the body to its limits.
Right.
And we have to acknowledge that there is a risk factor in all of this. And it's not to scare you. It's not to say don't run it, even though he may say that. I just want everybody to appreciate the glory that happens when each one of us crosses that finish line on a marathon, an ultra marathon. And, you know, I think that this episode will showcase some of that. I think it's important to understand the risks, right?
Right.
Now, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with these common injuries that take place? Should we scale it up?
Can we start back in the day when you guys' old ancestors were running 100 miles and they got bitten by a snake or something? Like, you didn't even talk about that. Exactly.
They're not surviving.
Exactly. You talk about how they used to run hundreds and our ancestors, we were born to run blah, blah, blah. But how many of them didn't come home?
Well, good thing.
How many of them got eaten by a lion?
You know, I don't know. I mean,
we did keep stats then. You go on the cave work and there's always an alligator, a lion in there.
Well, that's actually a good question.
You don't want to go that far
How
back?
many people have died during ultra?
They've all died a little bit inside.
Marathon. You don't die inside. You become alive. You feel alive. And if we're going to look up, some quick stats, I mean, they're saying that it's extremely rare. And I think that
but not
this disclaimer should take place, right? We are talking about sensitive subjects. There are real stories in here, and it's not to take away capitalize off that. We are extremely conscious of some sacrifices that have been made on these courses, and it's not to take away from any of that. We just want to have a topic that's interesting to us. I mean, sometimes Jared and I, we talk about all the good, and like I said, I think it's important that we acknowledge the risks that take place. We know it, and we acknowledge it as we skim past those waivers when we sign up for the race.
I mean, we talk about everybody pushing past their comfort zone, but don't push yourself too much.
Yeah. And so, look, right now, the stats are saying that, race records suggest that there's one death per 100,000 participants. Okay. So since the 1980s, we've had about 30 to 50 documented deaths worldwide. Okay.
How many people just passed out?
I mean, a lot of people are passing out, but we're looking at the common causes of death are external heat stroke, hyponatremia, which is low, blood sodium from overhydration, which is a thing.
I didn't even think about that.
Sudden cardiac arrests, environmental hazards, altitude sickness, and falls.
Often in males over 40.
Yeah. So, it's just important to, understand that there is a risk to running these races, right? There was, aside from these risks of death, right, there's also injuries, right? That are kind of crazy that I didn't realize existed when I first started going into this world of ultramarathon running, Have you ever heard of Ultra Eye?
No.
Yeah, it's like James Bond 007 GoldenEye, like the game.
Yeah.
Except for ultramarathon runners.
Please tell me more.
Well,
what happens?
Not every danger in ultra running ends in tragedy, as we explain, but that doesn't mean it's not terrifying. We are going to talk about Ultra Eye, which is the scientific name, ultramarathon induced corneal edema.
What?
UICE.
I also want to talk about some of your personal injuries and experiences and life or death situations. Maybe that
we might get into that.
Yeah, somewhere in here. But
it is a condition where your corneas swell up so much mid-race, often during long overnight runs or high-altitude ultras. Man, I'm just getting ready to go do this same environment here in October. So thanks for, putting this in the back of my head.
Wait,
your vision goes blurry, and in some cases, you go temporarily blind. We're talking full on, I can't see the trail,
your
but I'm still moving.
Swelling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Your eyes swelling up and you go temporarily blind. And I bet you guys don't even stop running. That's how
you have to stop at that point.
Not you.
Well,
you run in the dark and you can't see.
Dude, if I go blind on a run, aside from freaking out,
does it happen quickly?
But here's what's crazy. So it says it starts going blurry, and I'm not going to lie to you, man. I've had some moments where I felt a little blurry, but I just assumed that was me,
lack of hydration.
Yeah, something like that. So who knows? It could have been something leading on to early onset UICE. But UICE. UICE.
What the heck?
Well, one study found that 13% of runners in 100-mile races experience some level of visual impairment. Now, it's more common among folks with previous LASIK or corneal surgeries. Now, one runner...
Well, that's good to know for a lot of people. I'm sure they didn't know that.
Well, yeah. If you had that stuff, just be mindful of it, right? So there was a runner at the Wasatch 100. He said he lost his vision in both eyes for the last 15 miles.
You see what I'm talking about? You guys just keep running.
He had to listen to the footsteps of the runner in front of him.
That is insane.
Just to make it to the finish.
That is insane that this man didn't stop. I want to interview him.
I know.
What is going through your mind where he must have knew that this was a possibility? Because how do you go, oh my God, I might have actually just went blind right now, and I'm just going to listen to the footsteps for 15 miles?
So hearing these ultra elite athletes talk about this, they were talking about it nonchalantly, this happens quite often.
Nick, you're not crazy. I have to go back and take back a statement. I've called you crazy a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'm slowly starting to realize you're nothing.
Nothing compared to half of these, maybe more than half, right? Can you imagine that? There's no pain, no warning. You just get fogged out vision.
How do you listen to someone's footsteps for 15 miles?
Dude, honestly, I don't see anything. I'm freaking out and I'm
It's
done.
not like this is it's not like you're on a track.
Check this out though. What happens if you're in a self-supported portion 15 miles from the next aid station in the wilderness by yourself, no pacer?
It's very easy. I'm going to sit down, roll around, start screaming, and then someone else passing by would be like, okay, somebody from the aid station needs to come back to this person. If my vision just goes out, like I'm going to be like, what the heck just happened?
I'm freaking out, man.
From running? I didn't even think that would be a possibility.
I mean, it is crazy. So it's temporary, but it is scary.
He did it for 15 miles.
Yeah.
That's not temporary.
It's temporary. It's not a permanent.
That's over a half marathon.
Yeah. Could you imagine
2 hours.
That? What would you do?
I told you. I would stop, duck, and roll.
Down the mountain.
I'm on a mountain. I would just scream and be like, somebody needs to bring a helicopter in here. My vision, like, what do you mean? My vision just, I'm running. I can see everything. It's a beautiful view. And it's just like blurry. Okay. Just out.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing's black.
I don't know if it's pitch black. I've never experienced it, but it might be so blurry that you're just seeing a little bit of light coming through.
He said he listened to footsteps.
Yeah, I mean...
So it's not like I'm barely seeing the white of your feet.
Has anybody out there listening ever experienced UICE? Please let us know. I'm curious what that experience was like. We might have to interview you to see...
Because you're crazy if you kept running. There's more to you.
Did you keep running? I don't think... I mean, that's got to seem like a... I don't even know if that's like a real story, but, maybe it is.
I'm sure... After talking to you guys, that's a real story.
Well, have you heard of these other injuries?
I could definitely see you doing this if you're like 3-4 miles away from finishing your 100.
Yeah, 3-4 miles. My pacer's. I mean, I'm gonna finish at that point. It's not like I'm turning around.
Like to me, that means my body is shutting down. To me,
100%, your body's going through some. I mean, these ultra events are beating your body up. What do you do? How do you even... It's just... Again, I want to reiterate that these are feats that should not go into this hall of... what's the word?
Casual, like...
they did another one. We are so desensitized, man. Nobody is going crazy. I mean, it was like you said early on, where you're like, is nobody going to applaud that you just finished a 50 mile? Is this like, are we just going to sit here and pretend this is normal?
Like, do we not understand how insane this is?
It's crazy. I mean,
and it's not like you're in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? You just started running 4 years ago.
26 years old.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, these Aztecs and these people that you talk about that did it a long time ago, like, most of them were probably 18 years old because they only lived to 26 because they were running like this. And then they were running their whole life. It's like you started running marathons to
closer to 40.
Yeah, to hunt and do everything. I mean, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were running marathons just to eat. So they built themselves up to 100. You're doing this in 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
After living a long life of...
Whew.
And then you guys are not just saying they ran 100 probably like over flat land. You guys are pushing yourself through, like, they weren't doing this in the Arizona desert. Like, how much pain can I inflict on myself on purpose? Like, let's run from the bottom of Death Valley all the way up to the top mountain. They weren't even crazy enough to do this.
You think that they would probably like, no, it's too hot out here. We're just going to stay in our hut or find some shade and just
we're just going to drink water today.
And hunt at night.
Yeah. Or we're just going to wait. It's 100, so we could just wait till that buffalo passes out. They were smart. They only did that probably on like rainy, cloudy days.
Do you think they saw better at night than what we do now? You think that their early man had better night vision capabilities?
Well, they say this in Africa, like the Africans that hunt there can see like 100 different shades of green, like shades of green that you can't see.
What?
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. They have 100 different words for green. So I would think that if you
have 100 different words, it's like 100 different shades.
Yeah, I would think some people in different places of the earth can just.
Have you seen that movie?
Have better
100 Shades of Green.
No. Is that a real movie?
I know sexual. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I see what
That's just my joke of
that was the African version.
Yeah, the African version was the actual first one, 100 Shades of Green. That got weird. An African lover.
That's the other dark side of running.
And we're 100. Showing a wild safari time. Oh my gosh.
I guess that's another. Is that an episode? No, that can't be an episode, right?
100 Shades of Green, NC-17, not your mother's green.
What does running do for sexuality?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to get into that one right now because. Anyway, so now we made it this far, right? So you're thinking,
is it better or worse? That's another. Now we need to bring on a.
Actually, that's a new topic.
Yeah, we need to bring on a.
I mean, it has to do something because look, these things are going. There is. I was just talking about this at our soccer game. Not sexual stuff, but with somebody at our soccer game, right? We talked about the recovery process after 100-mile or a very long distance, right? The body, you would be surprised, takes a lot less time. Few weeks, maybe a week, especially if you train well. But the internal, emotional, like the testosterone levels, the things that you shock your body with, it is all so out of whack that it takes a month to even really like recoup
It's like
yourself.
A warrior after a battle, maybe.
Yeah. I wonder if like you used all your testosterone. That's why they're able to cry at the end,
Maybe they're filling all the testosterone. I would guess you would have, because when you work out, doesn't
that would be more emotional? I don't know.
That's not good to say. Are you saying women are more emotional?
I'm not saying women are the only thing that have estrogen.
No, but I mean, you're saying more estrogen. I mean, I don't know. This is a deeper topic, I guess.
We're not scientific minds, so I shouldn't even be talking.
Testosterone makes you cry more.
Oh, because you're more emotionally connected.
Wow. I don't know.
So maybe I just have no testosterone, and I'm just dead inside.
The negatives of running an ultra.
Yeah.
That's a good segue back into what we're supposed to be talking about.
We're talking about the negatives of running an ultra, right? So there's also, speaking of like the internal challenges that take place outside of the, it's still physical, but like it's internal, right? There's a thing called rhabdo. Ever heard of that?
No, Nick.
Well, let me just tell you about a condition where your muscles literally break down and flood your kidneys with toxins, poisoning your body.
Why would the body evolve to do this?
Well, I mean,
like if you won't stop, we're going to try and kill you ourselves?
Yeah, I mean, your body goes through so much. So like you really have to, be mindful of how we train. Like it's very dangerous for these, people who are like, no training, going to go do 100 miles. Dangerous, man. Yeah. Please, if I can make one suggestion, even though you may be capable of doing it one time, please.
Are there people that try that?
Yes. There are people who are going to a marathon, like me running a marathon without training.
I mean, yeah. The half marathon was the worst thing I've ever done.
You cannot do that to your body without some sort of ramping up, without finding. And I think, I'm not going to say all these people, but a good portion probably have experienced these toxins because they haven't taught their body a way to like feel and filter out these toxins that break down. But rhabdo, man, I mean, it's crazy. Like I know that like after some really long runs though, and it's a real bad dehydration issue. It was probably like even before I had my coach, right? Doing this stuff on my own, like going to pee after a 50-miler, it did not look healthy.
Really?
It looked so bad, man. Like I was like, what is wrong with me? I probably had...
I've never seen anything
I'd never seen anything like that. So dehydrated that I felt like it was like pink. Like a pink hue to my pee,
I've
dude.
Never heard about
it was
this.
So bad, man.
Did it sting?
No, I knew something's wrong. my kidneys are probably messed up right now.
That's like blood, like light blood. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, but
that's why it's making it pink. Yeah, freaking have lemonade piss, Nick.
It was. Now I feel good. I mean, I've trained and my body.
You know how to drink water now.
I was drinking water, but I just think it comes
just sucked up everything ounce of water that you had.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. Like, oh my gosh, what was I running through? Right.
Why do you guys like running in like extreme climates? I don't understand.
So this is actually very interesting, right? Running in an extreme climate adds like another level of challenging. Do we want to see death? I was going to say that, but I left that out of what I was thinking. It's like you guys It's like a NASCAR race, right?
Like, how close can I get to it?
Yeah. Is that human nature? Do we like to get as close as we can to death?
What's that samurai show on Hulu? It just came out. I forgot. It was based on an old movie that came out a long time ago. And there's a scene in the beginning.
Is it an anime or a live action?
It's a live action one.
Is it the samurai?
Is it just the samurai?
I don't know. Is this the one that we talked about?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh my gosh, that's a
so
great show.
Good, yeah.
No, it's what's the emperors? What do they call them? Shogun.
The Shogun.
Oh,
very good.
God.
And you remember in the beginning where these samurai get so close to death all the time.
Yeah.
So remember he took one of the captives and he boiled them.
Oh yeah.
And they said he wanted to do that because he's so interested in that
moment,
that period.
Yeah.
Right before death.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. I mean,
like pushing yourself to that.
Yeah, to that portion.
You guys are like tipping your toe on how close can I get?
I mean,
and can I get closer? Oh,
same people are doing. Oh my gosh!
And that's how you always have been, right?
Yeah,
you're like,
I'm doing ayahuasca. I'm doing drugs that put me at the brink of the transition.
Dip my toe in. You didn't catch me. Tip my toe in.
But here's the other thing: is do we knowingly acknowledge that death could be lurking around the corner at each of these runs? I don't go into a run room like, there, I could probably die.
Yeah,
I think. Oh man, I think I could finish 100 miles.
The Arizona one.
To me, it was an easier looped course. I didn't choose it because it's like a hot race. We're in the desert.
You didn't think about the weather at all.
This is me too. I don't go in thinking about it too much.
Because that would have been my thought. I would have been like, okay.
Well, I heard it gets hot. I'm doing
the San Diego one because the weather is amazing there.
And well, I knew that race got hot. I didn't know that I was going to be doing the one that was the hottest in 20 something years.
I mean, yeah.
But it was a whole different thing.
What time of the year do you do this?
This was October. So
yeah,
that's what I thought. Like it was going to be like a little bit cooler, but oh my gosh, was I in for a surprise? But I don't go into these races like thinking, oh man, I could die. I could not finish. So
my vision
I don't associate not finishing with death or severe injury. But if you do think about it, like, why would be the reason you don't finish a race? Death or severe injury, probably. Yeah. Right?
But you said if you didn't have kids, a wife, like you probably would have pushed yourself even another 10 miles.
Probably easily. A lot more.
Because you were worried about them. It wasn't a worry for yourself.
Yeah, I knew, well, and I started to listen to my body. I knew that, like, this is probably not going to be the day. It's probably not going to happen. I'd failed before that, so that probably made it a little bit easier.
We need to write this down as a question for the therapists whenever we talk to them, like.
Oh man. Well, aside from all that, we have hallucinations on these trails, right? Runners who see snakes, dead friends, they get into full conversations with rocks. I think I just saw somebody post, actually it was Tyson Black. He was on a night run and he said that
is that the one who takes
he works at the mortuary. Out in Tennessee, right? He was like, he thought he saw somebody like walking or something like that, and it kind of distracted him, and he forgot to stop at the CVS to get more water. And then he was like thinking about it and was like, half a mile's too far for me to go. And he's like in the 25-mile run this day.
Right.
And he's like, half a mile's too far. I'll be okay. But like the things that your mind does, right, in these races is just crazy.
Has your mind ever gone somewhere?
Yes. So when I was doing a training run for Javelina, I did it overnight. And I was running like on the bike path, and I did it from 11 p.m. to like 5 in the morning. It was a 30-mile run. And
with your little light.
Yeah. Before I upgraded, I was seeing like just weird patterns out there. And I thought I was seeing like people like hunched over, on the side of the bike path. Like just, maybe my mind went to where I thought they were doing drugs. on the side, just like sitting there, and I'd look back and they weren't there. So it was a little weird.
A little weird.
But I've seen weirder or hallucinated weirder. So maybe that's my superpower.
Wait, you said he was talking to rocks? Is that what you said?
The guy that I saw?
No. Did you say Tyson was talking to rocks?
Oh, to a tree.
A tree.
Yeah. There was also another guy, Andy Glaze, who just did the Crazy Mountain 100. In one of his posts, he said he was like on the path overnight, and he saw a guy riding his bike, so he tried to go race him and like beat him up to the top of the mountain. And he as the sun rose, he realized it was a shadow.
Shut up, Nick. A shadow? His shadow?
It was just a shadow. Yeah, it probably had to have been his shadow that he was chasing the whole time, right? Or like a shadow that he was going off of, like his lamps shooting out, and he's just seeing a shadow being casted off the trees for the same one for miles. Well, here's what's crazy though.
What?
Like, I feel like I handle hallucinations a little bit better because in my party days,
like that almost would make you more comfortable.
Yeah. I'm okay with like the hallucinations, right? I've been in some hallucinations that were like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So
it's not the little dancing demon. So I can handle
like
this.
Most of these people, they're probably not. I mean, there are quite a few ex-addicts right in here who've seen some crazy things. So I wonder if we all can handle.
Other people that run on shrooms.
There's other people who are.
Have you seen the documentary for his
Dante?
Dante,
he's doing it soon. I can't wait for that one to come out. That
documentary looks amazing.
It's going to be so good. I reached out to the person who runs SRF Films, and I'm like, dude, you are killing these promo clips.
Right.
How great does that footage look?
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh my gosh. Dante, if you're listening, we can't wait for it to come out.
Right.
If you haven't had a chance, we're talking about hallucinations, go review Dante Liberato's episode 500 Miles on Psychedelics. I think it's called The One Where the Run Becomes the Right. Listen to his journey, man. He's about to go through some serious hallucinations. That's also crazy. Like, we go through hallucinations already. Now they're
worried that his heart's going to stop.
Oh man, it's going to be crazy. So now you have people who wandered off course in the middle of the night, sleeping in dumpsters. So there was one in, I think it's called, oh my gosh, what is it called? Lazarus. Dude, I've burned so many brain calories that sometimes it's hard for me to pull together the name of a race right off the top of my head. But it is, it's the one out there in Tennessee. You guys are already screaming at the speakers right now. Tennessee Ultra Laz. You're screaming the answer. I know. I hear you screaming the answer, right? Barkley Marathons. Thank you for whoever just shouted so loud that I could hear this answer come through.
While they're running, probably.
Yeah, they're like, Barkley Marathons, Barkley Marathon, Barkley. Thank you for shouting that. I heard that, and it came to me. So there was a story of a guy who got lost on that course, hallucinating so deeply, and he's actually kind of a legend in himself of this race. It was just cold, tired, fatigued, just confused, right? They found him naked in the dumpsters talking to himself.
Nick, you have to be on something. Like, you have to be on something.
Oh my gosh. Or, I mean, what a way to get high without getting high or taking drugs. Is that
possible?
I mean,
is that what you guys are doing?
I mean, people are getting a runner's high, man. I'm not going out there to specifically feel a runner's high, because then that would go against my sobriety, right? Because it's not just a drug. I'm not teaching or, doing things to, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Yeah. What?
Am I relapsing
what are you guys doing?
What am I doing? It's a byproduct of what happens. My goal is to challenge myself, my body, not to go get high off running crazy distances.
We have to do a special episode where we actually, we need to take somebody that still might use drugs or something, or we take somebody that is using drugs and then we layer their brain up against a runner after he finishes 100.
I still think if there was a way that we could get out,
maybe they're
if we could get out and find somebody to do a brain scan of Dante at the end of his 500 mile, right? And then somebody who was not on that. He's the only person I know who's going to really actually take psychedelics.
But he's running, so it's like the two combined. We need someone who's not. Like, we need to take somebody, he's on drugs, and then take him, and then, like, he ran after. It'd be nice to have brain scanned you before, and then brain scanned you after, and it's like when you run, the same
same high?
The same,
gotcha.
not obviously, it's not the same. Or not even the dopamine, it's just activating the same part of the brain that's doing this. Because a lot of you guys have come from...
Well, I do EMDR therapy is where I come from. And what that is stimulating the left and right brain with paddles in each hand. But I would hold a paddle that vibrated left, right, left, right, left, right. That's kind of a same approach that I'm with each stride that I do. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah, but I want one of those helmets on you while you're running. Like, I want it super detailed of what's being activated. How did Nick die
in his run? Well, Jarrett told him to run a helmet just for science. I want to do a
whole study on you.
You know what I
want to see what part of the brain gets activated when you guys push yourself past your limits.
Yeah. Well,
what's happening inside of the runner's brain?
There is something deep. I mean, there is some.
You guys are addicted to something.
Deep. Yeah. Well, let me tell you a crazy story. The year is 2021.
Oh, God.
All right. May 2021.
Right, I like how you... That was kind of scary how you just jumped
This is China's Yellow River Stone Forest 100K in Gansu province. It's a 62-mile ultramarathon through rugged highlands. 172 runners lined up that morning. Elite athletes, local heroes, everyday people chasing the edge. Just another normal race, right?
Just another day in ultras.
Yeah. But what they didn't know was that there was a storm coming. Now, around midday, that weather turned violent. We're talking hail, freezing rain, and 50-mile-an-hour winds. We just literally heard...
we'll do this next week.
We just heard some stories of some of these people who ran during crazy storms, and they still went through, right? So you're also thinking as you're out there, just this is what it is. We just got to deal with the elements and finish this race.
Why are you guys thinking that? Why not just run next week? Like, we have a soccer match.
Because it's a whole event that's already planned around this.
So is our soccer matches. So is our baseball matches. So is everything. Just stop and run later. The challenge is running, not running through.
The challenge is running through. I love
your deep breaths. Those are the best. When I finally get Shut up, Jarrett. This is
the challenge. The challenge is running through what the world gives you that day, right?
What is the bigger message for that? Like, what do you guys...
I don't know if there's a bigger message. I think the bigger message is saying that
we don't play any other sport.
Rain or shine, we are the day that actually
is there another sport that does that?
We are committed. What other sport does that? I mean, soccer plays in the rain, and this
but not
football plays in the rain.
Not to what you guys will run through.
Football plays in the snow.
Not to this level. I think where it impacts hail.
Well, let me just tell you,
freezing rain,
50-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, 50-mile-an-hour winds you won't find in a football stadium, but you will find blizzards, right? You will find things like that they're playing in, and I think that's crazy. They have heaters on the sidelines that go out for the play, so they're not doing 24 hours in this with minimal stuff. But let me go back into this, right?
They should have concerts in this.
Temperatures dropped below freezing temperature within minutes at this race. Minutes dropped, just like that. Now, many runners were on this high exposed ridge line, just wearing only that thin racing gear because they weren't expecting it.
Do we know what year this was?
This was 2021.
You said
this is 4 years
ago.
Okay, so
we had weather charts.
Oh, we had weather charts. We knew we could.
This could probably turn out bad.
Yeah. Well, so some were like, "This is freezing cold. Let's just huddle behind these rocks. Let's figure something out until this passes," right? So some just stayed there. Others tried to keep moving through it, but visibility was gone. They no longer had cell reception. Rescue teams were hours away.
Guys.
Now, 21 runners died that day. 21 runners. Among them, Ling Jing, known as General Ling, beloved Chinese ultra champ. Another was
Was he really a
Guan,
general?
a deaf marathoner and national champion. The only reason some survived, a local shepherd named Zhu Keming. He pulled 6 hypothermic runners into a cave he used for sheltering his sheep. He's literally a trail angel. Now, afterward, China suspended all high-risk races. The race directors were jailed, but for the families, for the survivors, nothing brings those 21 people back. Now, this wasn't a freak accident. Much like you said, it was a failure to plan, to respond, to respect the mountains. And it changed ultra running forever. Now, it's crazy because then you think about this, right? People are seeing a money grab for these races. Oh, let me just start a race. You don't know who's running some of these races, these organizations. You think that they're going to sit here and put an event overnight and do it on their own, and that they're going to cover all outcomes of, that they're prepared for anything that these long-standing races have really built over time. So you have to be mindful of like a little pop-up event and really do your research.
Yeah.
Right?
But
I do like some of these smaller events. I've seen some of them. Actually, the one that I run up in Blackstar, That's No Moon. That's a very tough race because it was like minimal aid stations and efforts. But I just noticed that the big company, Aravapia Running, purchased that race, and they're utilizing their resources and their expertise to really like enhance it possibly. And you have to be mindful of this stuff, man. I mean, you could be out there in these elements if you are not prepared, if you're not looking at weather patterns, if you're not thinking worst case scenario. You have to be ready. You have to be ready to survive.
I mean, if we ever plan a race, it's nice to see everything that can go wrong. I would have never even thought about some of these things.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. I mean, most of these.
I mean, did you think of the consequences maybe before you run in the Nick Croc?
No.
25-mile, like who runs in a pair of freaking Crocs? You should get sponsors.
I told myself, though, if I was going to start feeling like if I felt like some sort of, what is it? Numbness or pain or chafing, anything like that, I was going to stop and turn around and walk. I wasn't going to put myself through anything like that. These folks were out there running the race and they were stuck in a position that, they couldn't really come out of. I mean, this is crazy. This is stuff that happens, right?
Please tell me, what is the mentality that they had to try and run through this? It's just something you can't turn off, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were expecting that.
Yeah, they were already out there.
But like this year's Cocodona 250 had extreme hail. It's usually a hot race.
Right.
This last one turned into hailstorms, freezing, snow, like sleet, all up there. But they are required to carry a lot of this cold weather gear. They plan for a lot of these things. They're requiring you to carry this gear. This is why certain gear wouldn't be carried by certain individuals, because there's a mandatory list, and that already brings your pack up to like 12, 13 pounds.
Well, you're going to be up in the mountains. Like, would you stop?
Would I stop?
Like, yeah. I mean, if you're freezing kind of?
I mean, this is what's hard. Yourself? Like, to be freezing while you're running means your body's already weak at that point. Because if you feel that cold in an area that's not necessarily that cold, it's supposed to be 60 something degrees during the hottest portion of my run, right? So that's not that hot. You're running, that's perfect running weather. But if you get to a point where you're out there running and you're shivering and you're feeling so freezing, there might be something else going on. Your body might be exhausted.
It's crazy because all you guys, every single person we've spoken to has pushed themselves through pain. So how do you know when it's serious? Because like you said, you pushed yourself 10 more miles and you don't even know. Like your body could be trying to tell you doing something. Yeah, your body could be trying to tell you like, hey, I'm about to
It's a
pass out.
Risky place to be, but I think that's part of the challenge. I think that's part of, why you have to get good at listening to your body, where training runs and working up to these things are very important, because you also learn to listen to your body during these times. You learn to really create a plan, right? When my body feels this, I probably need this. When I've been to this point, I've never come back.
I mean, some of our guests talk about just crying for 30 miles in pain.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, man. This is something that we risk to kind of complete something that we set out to do. But, you know, it's a tough place to be, man. I mean, that's why, like, I think I at least feel this is important, because anytime somebody finishes, it is a feat. It is something incredible that you're doing, pushing your body through what could have potentially been a terrible experience.
Then we have runners that are just like, I'm going to do it again next week.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, you don't know what happens when it's your time. We fast forward this to recently, honestly, just this year, July. This last year, so July 2024 Hardrock 100. Mm-hmm. That's really considered one of the crown jewels of ultra running. 100 miles through the Colorado Rockies, 13,000 foot elevation climb. Elaine Stypula, mother of three, she was running really strong, running really well. Gifted athlete, leader, somebody who lifted others up, especially new women who are new to the sport, right? She was that inspiration. But 7 miles from the finish, after battling altitude and exhaustion, she collapsed on the trail. Now, runners and medics, they tried to revive her, but it didn't happen.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
you don't know.
I'm sure she thought, like, okay, this is what everybody talks about. I have to push myself through this.
Yeah, it's hard, man, because you don't know what it is like. And I don't want this episode to be like, anytime you feel something a little bit uncomfortable, quit, right? But there has to be a moment where you're honest with yourself. Is something worth it?
I'm saying, how do you know what that is?
I can't tell you, man, because what it sounds like, and from our research and doing a lot of this, these things seem like they're part of the normal.
Right.
Part of
everybody
the normal,
feels like passing out. Everybody feels
a little blind. Everybody's hallucinating a little bit.
You can't prepare completely for what you're going to go through.
Well, I think also it's because it does tell us that ultra distances, 100 miles and up, are truly a show of grit. Can your body survive it? And here's the other thing is, she's done multiple races like that. She's probably been in a pain cave similar to that and was like, yeah, I'm okay.
I'm going to make it through.
I'm going to make it through. I've done 6 others, right? And then it just doesn't
And you
happen.
said there's really no way to completely prepare for 100, right? There's some people that are just good at it.
Yeah, I think the elites can really prepare for it. I think...
But they face new challenges on every single one, right?
They do. Some, like, David Roche was training very well, but he got some sickness. And actually, he spoke on this on one of his podcasts, because Western States 100, he ended up dropping out.
Okay.
About, I think, the 100K mark. So 60-something miles in. I'm not sure the exact mileage. But he actually noted some of, like, UICE. He started to feel something like very pukey with his gut, and he just wasn't feeling good. And he said he got such a huge form of anxiety that he quit.
Okay.
Because he has a newborn and a young child, his wife, and he said, this is from his podcast, that he could not imagine leaving them behind with just the mom. His mind was in such a weird state, right? That he's like, no, I can't. What about if I go blind? What if I do this? What if I do damage? What if I die out on here? I quit.
Right.
And then he looks back on it and he's like, man, I kind of overreacted.
Right.
But in my eyes, perfect response.
Perfect reason to stop.
Perfect reason. You got your kids, you got something else. Much like we had, some future guests talk about, you can't be married to something in this space. You can't, it's such a permanent thing at the end, right? If it's not your day, it's not your day.
Like Derek just said, it's more about the journey. Like, it's more about pushing yourself past your limitations.
Yeah.
but it's not.
If it's not enjoyable, you know, and obviously not all of it's going to be enjoyable. You're never going to feel good running 100 miles. I don't think anybody's going to be
running
like
a mile. Like
you could die on a mile run.
Yes, I could. Yeah, so if I feel pain today when I'm running.
Oh, God, now we got him down to
back down to a mile.
Back down to a mile. You could die on a quarter mile run.
You could die anytime.
You could die at any time. That's the other thing I want to say is like, don't be so focused on the negatives of this episode, right? Of what it could be, what could happen. The fear shouldn't keep you from doing anything great. It's just, we had a saying in the Navy, right? You have to have respect for the ocean. Okay. You have to have respect for the ocean because the ocean will kill you. But it is a beautiful thing, right? And I think that most people that are a part of this world, it's a beautiful thing, but you have to have respect for it. Right. You have to understand that there's something more powerful than you that could be the end. Mm-hmm. These mountains, the environment, the earth is way bigger than you can ever be. And if you don't respect it and bow out when necessary, you'll see who's boss. Yeah. And I think that's just the most important thing that I want to get out of it.
Respect the challenge that you guys are putting yourself
through.
Respect
it. That, you know, it is.
You need to eat and like,
Yeah. It is a big undertaking, right? And it's not meant to be finished every time. It's just not, because it's 100 miles. It's a challenge. It's an ultramarathon. There's a reason why it's hard, right? And it's okay. You go get them next time. You come back a little bit different, a little bit better, but respect it. Respect whatever it is that we're doing. Don't let the fact that social media has brought so many finishers in your face. It's real. People are doing it quite often, but it's not. You should not be desensitized. There still is a
dark side to this world.
Yeah, there is,
right?
And you should. And
if you don't respect it, like you said, it could turn dark.
Yeah, and you should just be mindful of not being desensitized and bask in the glory that is a marathon, an ultra marathon, a multi-day race, a 24, 48-hour race. Just because people are out there doing it regularly does not take away from the feat that it is.
And it's not about just bragging on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, why do we do it? Yeah, why do we chase something that could break your body or even take your life? Well, I think it's because for some of us, the edge is the only place we really feel alive. Once you've had that taste.
Or you need to know where it is.
Yeah, you're right. Because, I mean, in this world, this life that we live, it's unknown, right? And you must feel your way around this unknown territory to start getting a lay of the land. And if death is right here, maybe I need to touch it a little bit just to see what it's... there's a little bit of a touch. I'm like, hey...
You already poked it, though, before you started running, though, Nick.
That is death right there. Yeah, I recognize this face.
You already poked... Oh, you miss him.
Yeah, there he is.
Do you miss him?
Do I miss death?
Not just, like, seeing him over there.
the hallucinations?
Not the hallucinations. I'm just talking about, like, to me, you've really felt alive. Yeah. Like, you know what, by getting that close to death, you know really what it feels like to be alive now. I've you appreciate life more than maybe the rest of us.
You know, real talk.
Actually, that's a deep thing.
I've felt myself on the verge of death in the life that I'd lived. And unfortunately, I've seen death.
You guys are not chasing death, maybe. You guys are chasing what it... Because when you push yourself through that, you know what it feels like to be alive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the rest of us are taking life for granted.
Yeah,
you guys are not taking life for granted because you're pushing yourself to a pain threshold.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that it could have easily ended at that point. I don't take life for granted. I am grateful for every day I get to wake up above ground. I have witnessed some bad things, right?
Wow, you guys are like Buddhists. Like, really, though, because it's like you hear about people who've gotten close to death or something, and they come back and they're like looking at roses and like, oh my God, this is so much better. Yeah, the moment.
The moment is beautiful, and that's why further distances.
I still don't. mean, I would feel that if I went out and ran 10 miles right now.
Would you feel like you're on the verge of death on a marathon?
If you just, like, after I ran my 13, I was, the rest of the day, I just was looking at the clouds, like everything.
So you
was
appreciated it more.
Yeah, I appreciated being done so much more.
Well, I think it's time to refreshen that mind up a little bit.
I got the feeling. That's what I don't understand. It's like, why you guys need it again and again? Like, I got it.
That was just like death light. Come on, let's go. Let's go field. Full death.
Let's get out there.
Come on, Jared.
Let's go. I mean, we could do it after 3 miles. I'm going to feel like... after I run my mile or 2 miles every day, the rest of the day feels so much better. So I can't imagine what you felt like after 60.
Aren't you amazing that you feel so connected after 3 miles?
I don't feel connected. I just feel like,
accomplished.
Like I sweat, yeah, and it's just like, oh, this shower feels
I didn't
better.
waste today.
This feels better. Like,
but are you
everything
thinking,
feels...
what's the meaning of the shower?
No. Like, I'm not in the shower, like, letting out all my demons. And
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Some of us, we enjoy that little place, you know.
Still trying to figure you guys out.
Well, we know the risks are real, right? And
do you guys? Because I didn't think you knew your eyes could swell up. And
I didn't know that until recently, but seeing these stories throughout, because I've seen these stories in my running, especially that one in China, right? I remember when that happened. Oh my gosh. Did it make me want to run ultras more?
Oh my God. Do you think about what you would have did in that situation? Like, no kids. What does Nick do?
I would have no kids. I mean, I'm getting every other runner and we're huddling up as close as we can and combining our stuff.
And still finishing? Still running together in a pact?
I mean, at that point, you know, hypothermia and freezing is like settling in. You're like, obviously something is wrong. Let's huddle up here and just survive this together.
So you would have stopped.
I would have stopped with a group of people and been like, we need to find shelter. We need to huddle up and use our body heat till this passes. And then you kind of wait, because I mean, in cold weather, you're not surviving that if you're not having.
I just
gear.
know, though, knowing you would have pushed yourself 3 more miles than you should have.
And then I would have been dead.
Not dead. I don't think
hypothermia, dude. There's no.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, whatever. When you realize like this could get dangerous, Nick would have ran 1 more mile just to run, and then he would have been like, okay, let's stop. I don't think you've ever like didn't push yourself a little bit and then stop probably when it comes to anything, including your previous life. I'm pretty sure you knew a couple of times when you were younger that, hey, I should stop at this one, but let's do 2 more.
I did have a moment like that where I was like, well, this is the one that's going to do it, huh? And I probably won't be back. To my surprise, I woke up the next day.
Yeah, so just knowing that.
Oh my gosh, here I am, alive.
Are you? Or are you in heaven right now?
No.
Have you ever thought about that?
Well, when I go right here and I'm like, yep, he's real, so we're not in heaven.
No, maybe
this is my hell.
Maybe something happened, and like that's why these good things are happening to you right now. Like,
well, then, if the end goal is to end up for an eternity in heaven, I made it.
The last time you did it, this is a different dimension now.
It's too deep for my taste right now. I'm not high enough for this.
You didn't run yet?
I want to make sure that, you know, we never take a finish line for granted, right? That was the purpose of this episode, just to briefly explore. You guys say the most deepest things, and I don't think you guys know. Never take a finish line for granted. Run far, run smart, run scared, and above all, come home. Cue that outro music.
I don't want to. Don't steal my baka. I patent that.
He doesn't get paid anytime we do that.
Buy this. By the way, yes, that's a perfect segue. Buy this hat. Jared gets a small portion, and he's broke. So buy this hat on ostrichunning.com. And also get ready for the Ostrich 200, which I will be throwing, putting you guys through the limits.
In the mountains of the Antarctica.
Now that we talked about how crazy and how much money that could be made off of this, I'm thinking about starting the Ostrich 200. Please let me know if you're interested.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
The ostrich 100.
Q.
What would that be like, real quick? No.
Ostrich.
Yeah, real quick. This is a bonus.
This is a bonus. Oh, you guys
because the
got
episode
lucky.
ended. There's never been any talking after the baga, but
There hasn't.
So-
Well, wow. This is bonus.
Yeah.
Bonus territory. What would the ostrich 100 look like?
yeah, right now. How do you push people to the limits in the ostrich 100?
I would do fully
I want ostriches
self-supported.
there, too. Is it in Africa?
No. It's in the desert out here.
There's no ostriches here, though.
Actually, I feel like... Okay, so there's no barrier. I can do anything, right? Just the ostrich 100 and people from around the world will sign up. I'd want something that goes from...
Do ostriches migrate over 100
It
miles?
would actually be... Africa would be a great place because I would start at the ocean, going over jungles and mountains into deserts, all across
On the
the
next
terrain.
episode, runners who got eaten by lions.
I would go through like gang infested areas where like the what do they call them? Like
I don't know.
Not the
I know the
like-
cartel and like
Yeah.
I don't know what.
warlords. Like where the warlords are
I
out.
love how everyone thinks Africa just has warlords. Yours would definitely have warlords. I mean, they do have warlords. I don't know if they're like guerrilla fighters.
I mean, something
Warlords,
like that.
guerrilla fighters.
Yeah. I would go through wearing the opposite gang's colors. You have to change into the
ultimate run scared thing.
yeah. Go through haunted areas where black magic's performed.
All right.
This is why we don't talk after.
Yeah. I should have never asked this question. Please do not sign up for the Ostrich 100.
Cue that outro music.
Who says you need to fly to reach the top? Keep beating your block till your feet are hot. Get your head out the sand, join the flock. It's okay to run scared, we enjoy the lie. I'm an odd kid, like an ostrich. I got a pod, kids, here's a topic. Blaze your own trail, don't be cautious. 2 birds, 1 stone's how I rock it. Can't make an omelet without breaking a shell. But the say grew up, now I'm raising hell. Haters gonna hate, yeah, they praying it fails. So put in the work, whether pavement or trail. The grades fell down, but they got to their feet. Run your own race, put this pod on repeat. Shake your tail feather, keep nodding your beaks. Ostrich gang, or you're not my peeps. Who says you need to fly to reach the top?